Let's explore the 6th of the 12 project management principles. Leadership in action. This principle centers on leadership. As we discussed before, we talked about rallying cries like charge and follow me. These phrases igniting spirit and motivation, driving the team forward as one, toward shared success. This key principle emphasizes that everyone can and should demonstrate leadership. There's an important distinction to make here. It's not just project managers who can show leadership qualities. Every member of the project team can step into a leadership role. They can guide others or energize the team, inspiring passion and momentum to achieve project goals together. Let's examine demonstrating leadership behaviors. This means demonstrating and adapting leadership styles to support both individual and team needs. Earlier, we discussed the situational leadership model and Tuckman's group development theory. As we know, team members evolve from their initial entry through the learning phase to becoming operational and finally to full autonomy. Throughout these stages, our leadership approach must adapt and change. That's the essence of flexible leadership. You need to adapt to the current environment and your team members' skill levels to adjust your leadership approach. The goal to help your team move forward effectively. Let's look at the specific. First point. Effective leadership drives project success and delivers positive results. If you can inspire your team to back you or motivate them to follow your lead, this will definitely help the project succeed. Additionally, when team members are in a positive mindset and approach tasks with enthusiasm, it better ignites their determination, sparks their passion, and unleashes their creative intelligence. The project is then more likely to succeed and deliver exceptional results. This concept is straightforward. Let's move on. Now for the second point. Every team member can show leadership qualities. People often assume leadership belongs to those in charge, but this isn't true. Let me share a story about a group of people who survived a plane crash and found themselves on an Arctic glacier. In the end, their survival depended on someone stepping up to lead. It could be anyone on the team. To keep the story focused, you see, leadership isn't limited to managers. They can inspire the team to take action. Let's move forward together. Every team member has the potential to show leadership qualities and influence others. You can motivate your colleagues and inspire them to achieve great things, to work together toward a common goal. These are all forms of leadership. The third point is that leadership differs from positional authority, which complements our previous point perfectly. In other words, leadership isn't about saying do this or do that. That's just exercising positional power. Whereas leadership is your ability to influence others, to take action, whether willingly or not. Ultimately, it's about getting results. This type of influence differs from formal authority in its nature. Furthermore, effective leaders adapt their approach to each situation. Don't just say, I'll always use a hands-off style. When someone is inexperienced, you can't stay hands-off. You need to provide close supervision, monitor their progress, provide direct guidance. As they gain competence, switch to a coaching style, ask guiding questions, offer gentle reminders. Eventually, you can begin stepping back. Follow this step. After mentoring them for some time, you'll notice they have fully grasped the core concepts. Once these skills are mastered, you can expand their responsibilities, adapt to your team's dynamics and project circumstances to adjust your leadership approach. This principle is central to both the situational leadership model and Tuckman's stages of group development. Theories emphasize. Moving on. Effective leaders understand that team members are motivated by different things. We previously discussed the achievement motivation theory. Different individuals are driven by different motivations. Some people are motivated by achievement and seek out challenging tasks. Others are driven by a desire for power and authority. Others might seek connection and belonging. When discussing Maslow's hierarchy of needs, we emphasize that needs at different levels vary in their intensity and importance. People in different situations will have different needs. Consequently, their motivations and specific motivational triggers will also differ. You must adapt to your teams, adapt to different situations by showing appropriate leadership. And finally, leaders must demonstrate honesty, integrity, and ethical behavior through their actions. Why should anyone follow you? Just because you say let's go doesn't mean we will. You have to earn our trust. It all comes down to being truly dependable. In other words, you need to be someone who demonstrates responsibility, integrity, and honesty. A person of character. When I see you as trustworthy, only then will I follow when you say let's go. That's how leadership works. This is what demonstrating leadership looks like. Furthermore, when we look at different leadership styles, it's important to note that some leaders adopt an autocratic approach. Some leaders adopt a democratic approach. Others lead through expertise and knowledge, while some focus on building consensus. Each leadership style works differently across teams. No one style fits all situations. Let's take a closer look at how leadership manifests itself. The essence of leadership is empowering others and strengthening the team. Therefore, true leadership drives project success and delivers positive results. Every team member can demonstrate leadership qualities. Leadership differs from authority. Effective leaders adapt their style to each situation by drawing from and combining different leadership approaches. This may mean increasing communication with others, or perhaps you step back completely and let them work things out on their own. You have many options available, but the key is to guide the team towards success. This brings us to our 6th project management principle, demonstrating leadership in action.